Hi, Bryce. I'm Dave Griffiths, and I'm from Heavy Magazine. My question to you is: we have a lot of young filmmakers that read our magazine. I wanted to ask you a little bit about your journey going from this being a short film through to Night Swim becoming a feature film. Could you tell us a little bit about that journey from short to feature?
I absolutely can, and thanks for being here. Yeah, I mean, I coming up in the post David F. Sandberg era, so myself and so many other young filmmakers saw that as a model to his Lights Out, getting that made in a studio, and I feel like at that time it felt like that could happen instantaneously, and it'd be 1 year later you'd be suddenly making your movie. If you look at the timeline, that's not what happened with me. It was almost 10 years between the short and the feature. And I guess I would just say, don't expect the first thing that you make to be the one that gets made immediately. In that 10 years between making Night Swim and getting now being here, I kept making short after short after short, writing script. I had sold stuff. I had adapted things. I had really like paid my dues as a writer and also kept directing too. And I just say, looking back at it now, I'm so grateful that I did not get to make Night Swim right after I made the short. I was not prepared for how difficult this experience has been, frankly. And so I'd say, to the young filmmakers, like, keep making stuff. Don't ever think it's going to be the one thing. It may be that one thing, but it's going to happen when it wants to happen. And the centrifugal momentum of everything else that you do and you just being a better filmmaker is only going to push more energy behind the right idea. The right idea will come through, and it'll come through in the time it's supposed to. So just keep your head down, keep working, keep making stuff.
One of the themes I took away from this film was sacrifice, as in a wife sacrificing her career for her husband's career, and children sacrificing a steady school life and friendships for their father as well. What are the themes that you hope that people take away from Night Swim?
Well, by the way, I love that you latched on to that kind of central idea there, because that's obviously huge to the movie. I mean, to me, it kind of started with like the pool and what does the pool represent, right? And the pool is this perfect crystallized symbol of the American dream, right? Having the house with the pool, like that's like that. People are gonna have community there. They're always gonna be over at your house. It's like stability. It's like status, right? And I kind of just was thinking about, like, in different world religions and different kind of cultural mythologies, how the water has always played in whatever format, like whether it's like kind of Celtic or Druid, like wishing wells, or like the cenotes in Mexico, or like the Jordan River in the Bible. Like there's always this allure of the water to kind of like grant wishes or make your dreams come true. And so I think for me, it was about, what is the price of a dream? Whether your dream is to be a journalist or to be a filmmaker or to be a dancer or to be a mother or a sports or a professional athlete, like every dream comes with a cost. And there's a sacrifice to getting where you are and where I am, and like you have to give things up along the way. So I guess the movie is kind of asking the question of, what are you willing to sacrifice for the thing that you think you need to be happy, right? And obviously Ray has to answer that question, like, what gives you meaning? What gives you identity? What gives you happiness? Where does that come from? And he's, without getting too much into spoiling that for anyone, that is so crucial to, and for every character in the movie has to answer that question. But I hope people are coming away maybe thinking about that, especially when we do. Fun thing about horror movie is oftentimes it forces us to face like life or death situations, but in the safety of like a fantasy and around other people in a dark theater. And I don't know. I hope people are maybe thinking about that. Like, what would you be willing to give up or not give up for the thing that you're the mirage on your horizon, right? What's the thing you think you need to be happy, and what are you willing to do to give it, and what's the consequences or price of that?